Still? I think it is because I keep starting my stream and I've done this and practiced this and on Restream and it's been working great. Now all of a sudden it's just blanking and shutting off and disconnecting. Well, hopefully it won't do that again. It's not happening on my end. It's usually happening on Restream's end. But here I am live again, live, to be coming to you to be able to give you messages tonight. Yes, I am going to be tapping into the spirit realm and see what messengers or angels or deceased loved ones or even source has to say for you and in answer to one of your questions. So you can chat in a question for me and we'll do as many as I can as long as I don't keep getting disconnected. I'm here and I'm here for you. And hope everybody is doing well. And I hope you also had the chance to go get my book, The Secret That's Holding You Back. Yes, people are having unbelievable results with it. So do yourself a favor and check that out and check out the reviews on it as well. So it's been a hard time again in the universe, and I'm going to be doing this as much as I can for you to help get you answers. I see a whole bunch of questions that are coming in already. And so I'm just going to hit it and I'm going to keep going, well, at least until 8:30-ish and see what happens from that point on. And if I drop off, come right back because apparently it reconnects pretty quickly, okay? It's not like the past platforms and stuff, all right? So let's see what's happening over here. First, I have my handy assistant with me and business manager and lover and friend and soulmate and all of those all packed into one being, and that's my wife, Eileen. Eileen is with me. Welcome, Eileen. I'm so glad that you're here to join me and help me tonight. And she's over there monitoring everything. So how are we doing with chats tonight? Oh, okay. Well, I've got one, right away over here, as well as ones that Eileen has. So, Eileen, why don't you just hit me up with some questions?
Lori wants to know if her deceased father has any messages for her.
Lori wants to know if her deceased father has any messages for her. Lori wants to know if a deceased father has any messages for her. Oh, this is really interesting, Lori. Apparently, your father is very concerned about your mouth. And so, what I'm hearing from him right now is you have to take care of it in more ways than one. Oh, this is very interesting. Okay. So, dad is saying that you need some dental care. Maybe just check it out. Maybe if you have something that's sore in there or acting up, don't put it off. Don't hesitate. Go before it becomes something serious. Okay. Because they wouldn't be telling me something like, oh, you just need some new bonding or some whitening. No, it's more, it's going to be deeper than that when spirits bring up issues with any parts of our body or any our health at all. And what else is he's referring to is make sure that you are using your mouth and your words to really start teaching out there and putting the light out into the universe for others to hear. Keep the words positive. I would just do some review and see if there's anything negative that may be coming out. And by the way, people, this is for everybody just as much as it is for Lori. The things you think and maybe not say are just as important because remember, our thoughts influence our beliefs, which influence and create our lives through the law of attraction and manifesting, right? So, therefore, the thoughts are just important as you're speaking them. So, in other words, when you're seeing somebody and you're judging them in your mind, but you may not be saying that, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, Lori, not that I'm saying that that's what you're doing, but I'm definitely getting check your words, check your teaching. You need to teach, and definitely go and see a dentist and see if anything is acting up in your mouth. That's the quick message from Dad right now. I hope everything is okay. Respond back, Lori, and just let me know how things are, okay? Eileen, go ahead. You want to hit me with something else? There's a lot coming through. And there were a couple of earlier ones, too.
Tina Marie just says she's in a rough place right now. Do you have any message for her?
Tina Marie. Tina Marie is in a rough place. Tina Marie, let me tell you something. You're not alone. And the only reason why I'm saying that is just not in general. Like there are a lot of people, we always know that people have some issues and things going on in their lives. But I'm talking about this time in life in general. There's a lot of rough stuff going on, crises and critical stuff and traumas happening all over the world. And that is actually just laying heavy, dark energy on us, each and every one of us. So even if you've been in a good place, you may find yourself going a little bit lower than that good place, a little bit more down than you've had before, a little bit more stress in your life than you've had before. And that's because of what's going on around you. Now, if you're already in a down place, it is really hard. It's almost as if you're sitting on the ground or laying on the ground and somebody is holding you down and you're trying to stand up. That's what it feels like. It's exhausting. And I totally get it. But Tina Marie, okay, I know you have my book. You've got to at this point. And I know you're doing some of the work in it. At least you should be, because that's the core stuff you need to work on. Little Tina Marie, those voices inside of you that started very early on, they'll get you to your bad place. Now, let me tell you something about dark places sometimes. Sometimes they're the best place to be because you at least finally see some of the things that you could be working on. And it's actually coming to the surface. And as long as it's on the surface, guess what, everyone? And Tina Marie, it means that you can get rid of it really quick because it's on the surface and not suppressed anymore. So even if it feels dark, you feel down, you're having a hard time staying positive, that's great that that stuff is up there. Now you just have to attack it and say, okay, show me the details of what I'm believing and thinking that's making me feel this way. I want to know it right now. I can heal it. Show it to me. What? I really think that I'm unlovable. I really think that I'm not deserving and I'm not worth it. And I'm not likable or smart enough or good enough. Show it to me. I can handle it. Tina Marie, attack it now with every single ounce of energy you have right now. And when you think you've done it and done enough work, you haven't. There's always more to do. Make sure you do that core work, Tina Marie. And I believe that you'll be able to turn things around real quick. By the end of this year, you should be seeing some lightness, some weight lifted off your shoulders. And 2023 for you is going to be a really good year. And it's all about love and lover. So just remember that. Contact me if you have any more questions or you need any more help in that. Okay, Eileen, who else do you have out there? Oh, wait, before you say that, anything coming up? Mary Grace, she's texting from a YouTube. I'm not sure if you saw that one. I just want to make sure.
I don't see any texting.
Yeah, I've got
Oh, I
the.
see it. I got it.
Oh, you got it there? Okay. Anything coming through for her? I just want to make sure that because there's so many wonderful people here. So, Mary Grace, I need you to ask a question, not just is anything coming through, because there's a tons of stuff coming through. You're wonderful. And by the way, you're gifted and you're very talented and you're supposed to be using that, but please come up with a question. Come back and ask it. Ask the question. I'll get it in there, okay? All right, Eileen, what are you seeing there?
Anna, she wants to know if she has a message from her mother, Maria. Any message would be really nice because today's her birthday.
Oh, Anna, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anna. Mom is wishing it too. So, your mother recently passed not too long ago, a year ago, February. I did see that. So Anna, mom is saying, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Don't deny yourself celebration. There's some celebrations coming up beside your birthday today. More celebrations coming up, and mom is saying, please celebrate. Please have fun. Please put the tree up and a lot of ornaments. She's pointing to, I'm assuming because I'm hearing that you're celebrating Christmas. I believe it is Christmas because she's showing me some ornaments and some specific ornaments and maybe ones that she had given you, ones that you had when you were a kid, something along those lines of Christmas and ornaments and remembering the memories of her. There's a picture out. She loves the picture. Oh, okay. This is interesting. So, mom is saying reframe the picture. So, I don't know if something happened to the frame or you have an old one, but she's saying reframe that picture and put it up even nicer. And when you walk past it, you will see her looking at you. She will attempt to look at you through that picture. So don't freak out if you start seeing those eyes following you. You know that those pictures where the eyes follow you as you walk. Well, mom wants to do that with you. So just make sure you follow that. And I hope, Anna, that that helps you. And a happy, happy, happy birthday. It's still happy because mom is still around. She is not gone. She is here. She loves you dearly, and she's sending love to the whole family. Please tell the whole family I love them, and I can say that more now that I'm here than when I was there. Let me know how that is for you. Is anybody responding back, by the way, that you can see
I
or
am
that?
having technical difficulties.
Okay, so what else are you seeing, Hunter? There any other question? Because I see
Tiffany wants to know if her dad Harry, if you can ask her dad Harry or any of her guys,
Tiffany.
if the hypobaric oxygen
Oh,
therapy
okay.
works.
Tiffany wants to know. Tiffany, you're going through a procedure, the hyperbaric. Ooh, oxygen procedure. Ooh, that's intense. Wow, wow, wow. Um, yes, Tiffany, Dad Harry and your guides are saying, yes, go for it. That is going in a real good direction. That is the physical treatment. That is the physical treatment. However, there's an emotional treatment that you need to do. And if you haven't read my book and the 5 reasons why we become ill, because we manifest everything, anything to do with the blood, especially the blood bringing oxygen, needed oxygen to different organs and different parts to cause healing, healing of the skin, healing of different areas of your body, different issues going on, that has to do all with love, all with love. And it, first of all, blood is the life force of the human body, love is the life force of the spiritual body. So if you're missing anything out of the blood, it's because you're missing things out of your own love and self-love and appreciation of yourself. Now, everybody, love is a very general big term, especially today. And if you ask a whole bunch of people what love means, you'll get a whole bunch of right answers that if you put it all together, then you'll understand what it means. Even in the Bible, there is an entire psalm about describing what love is. Love is this, love is that. Love is not this, love is not that. I want you to pay attention to the fact that there are elements to love. So, what does it mean to truly love yourself? What is loving? Oh, I love myself. I'm wonderful. I'm perfect. I'm beautiful. That's great. But there are those other aspects that are included in love, like self appreciation, like giving yourself a break when you make a mistake, like treating yourself gently instead of so critically. Oh, I can't believe how stupid I am today. Yeah, I do a lot of dopey things and I'll comment and I'll go, well, that's stupid. But I'm also joking. I'm a New Yorker and we use those terms like they're meaning nothing. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're attacking all aspects of yourself in regards to love. So, what I'm saying to you, Tiffany, is that there are different aspects of that self love that you may be missing. And the oxygen part, the oxygen, if you think about it, if you're using oxygen in order to attempt healing, and I know it's a treatment and not necessarily the disorder, that doesn't matter. If that is supposed to help you, then you are really needing to reinforce that self appreciation, that self acceptance, that self belief, because that's all contained in the element of oxygen. When we take deep breaths in, we go, ah, that feels so good. I feel so relaxed. Now, isn't that interesting that we use oxygen to get to those emotional feelings, right? We breathe correctly when we want to meditate. We breathe correctly when we're doing yoga, when we're doing any type of self energy work, as well as emotional work. When we want to relax stress, what do we say? Breathe. Okay, so Tiffany, you need to breathe. You need to breathe in self love, self acceptance, and dad is passing that on with all your guides and your angels. Talk to Raphael. Archangel Raphael is working with you the most on this. And let's get that healing done. I want you to contact me at believe at vincentgenna.com and let me know how you're doing, as well as text in here to see if I'm on, or chat in here to let me know if I'm on the money with that or if that makes sense to you. Okay, Tiffany? I wish you the best. Keep going. Eileen, what else do you have for me?
Carrie wants to know if she should be worried about her mom.
Carrie?
Hmm.
Carrie wants to know if she should be worried about her mom. Okay. Carrie, let me tell you something. Asking that question means, and this is a psychic part as well as an understanding that I'm going to give you right now. If you're asking the question, something is telling you already that you need to be thinking about your mom. Otherwise, you wouldn't be thinking about asking the question. Now, would you? There's an intuition in you, Carrie, that you need to be following. I'd be paying attention to that a lot. Worrying about mom, that's not necessarily going to be helping. But if you want to think about mom, yes, I'd be paying attention to what's going on with mom right now, because there's different things that she's going through that she might be talking herself out of. And I kind of feel you're feeling something is not right. And you need to trust that feeling, because if you don't, Carrie, and then something does happen, you're going to kick yourself in the you know where, going, oh, I should have done something. I knew something, but something has been, this goes for everybody as well. Again, anytime you ask a question about something specific, then that means you already know the answer. It's just that you want the validation. Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking a question about something you don't know. Doesn't that make sense? Or something that you may fear, something that you may be thinking. Um, the questions can come out different, but should I be worrying about my mother? Again, not worry, but definitely be paying attention to it, because I don't want you freaking out about anything. But she can probably use a little bit of thought and somebody who is composed and in control and very intuitive, and that's you. So you do that, you go there. I believe, I'm not sure, I think her mom is deceased, because she's talking with me right now. Grandma, your grandmother is talking with me, and say, yeah, go ahead, pay attention to her. She could use a little help. Okay, I hope that helps. Let me see. Do we have anybody there? Um,
Uh,
oh, wow.
Carrie just said she's a heavy drinker.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No wonder. Carrie just responded back. Yep. That's why mom said you need to be paying attention to her. Yes, of course. And your intuition, not just over the fact that because she's a drinker, but it's that letting you know right away something is wrong and something you should be paying attention to. So if you can get her help or have her get her own help, that would be really great. And grandma is saying the same thing, get her help. But don't you freak out about it. Okay. You want to stay composed. All right. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Eileen. Who else do we have out there?
Heather wants to know if she's in the right and stable place, or should
Heather.
she expect more changes and need to pay attention to anything?
Okay. Heather wants to know if she is in a right and stable place, or should she expect more changes, um, and expect anything. Okay. Heather. Heather. In a right and stable place. Oh, I love the word stable that you're using. Um, yes, there's a lot of things that have gone on in your life. So I know you're looking for stability because it's been really rocky in the past. And so you're wanting a nice firm foundation to plant your feet on for a while and just stay there and go copacetic. Everything stay copacetic right now, okay? I don't need any big things going on. I just need some calmness. And yes, and I'm sorry, what was the name again, hun?
Heather?
Heather, yes, Heather. Absolutely, you're in a great place right now. However, that's only the start of better things. So yes, you can expect more, but positive things. As long as you keep manifesting a positive place for yourself, you will keep replicating more positive places, but more steps. And the steps in life should go like this: above, not going down. You want to go up. So there's always movement. You don't want to stagnate. You don't want to be frozen and stuck. And you certainly don't want to grasp onto things because you're afraid. It's been such a rocky road with everybody around you and everybody causing you problems. That's all I keep hearing in your head. It's been, I just want to stay here. I just want to stay here. I just want to stay here. No, I don't want you to just stay there. I want you to realize you're worth more than just holding on so tight and staying there, Heather. So wonderful things will be coming up for you. Yes, you're in a good place, but hun, don't be afraid to want more goodness. You're not asking, you're not being selfish. If we really were all truly selfish, the way God explains it in Neil Donald Walsh's Conversations with God, he says if everybody was really selfish, they would always strive for all the things that make them feel good. And that would include helping each other because it feels so good to help another person. So, yes, you should want more. You know, food is great, it tastes wonderful, right? We just went to New York, back to New York. We're from New York. And though we enjoy food here in North Carolina, man, oh man, it was great tasting some New York food again, because that's what the taste buds are for, to be able to distinguish new and wonderful tastes, all different kinds. Otherwise, if we were only supposed to have one experience, we would have one taste bud. That's all we need for one flavor out of our entire lives, but we don't. And we get to enjoy all different things. So just keep wanting more of a good thing, not more of the bad things or stagnation. So, yes, Heather, expect more good things. Okay. I hope that answers your questions. Go ahead, hon.
Okay, Erica from YouTube says she's recently felt a presence when she
Erica from YouTube has recently felt a presence. Go ahead.
is a spirit making contact.
Is it a spirit? Is that she wants to know if it's a spirit
Yes,
making
making
contact?
contact.
Is it a spirit making contact? She felt a presence. Hold on, let me just see. And who was that again?
That is
Erica.
Erica.
Erica. Erica is a parent deceased or somebody who loved you, somebody who either watched you, looked over you, took care of you, was close to you. I'm trying to look at a distance, not that I have somebody who's here with me right now, just so that you know that, Erica. So I'm trying to look into where you were at that time in order to find out, and I'm getting somebody who is very nurturing of you, male, actually, a male, a father, a grandfather, not a mother or a grandmother, father, grandfather, watching over you, looking over you, and you will feel more of if you allow yourself to open up that door. So you're not imagining things. Tell her she's not imagining things. Okay. All right. All right. So somebody is stepping in. I think it's a grandfather, but it definitely is father like. Let's put it that way. Stepfather, because we have all these extended families now, it's really hard for the spirit to distinguish. No, I took care of her. I was a father. And then this person who's living going, well, he was my stepfather or he was my grandfather that I lived with. So definitely nurturing spirit. So open that window within you, except there's more spirits coming around you, Erica, because they're wanting to let you know and validate some changes that you've been making lately. Okay, so write back and just let me know if I'm on track with that, please. So changes coming up for you, Erica.
So
The one.
she said her favorite uncle has been on her mind recently, so it makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense. It's a favorite uncle. Okay, there you go. It's somebody who was very nurturing, very close, and I get it. So okay, I said father like, and that's fine. The brother of the father. Okay, that's close. Give me a break. All right, very good, Erica. So you know that it's him, and he's taking care of you and watching over you. And again, it's because of all the wonderful things that you're doing, and that's coming up for you. So love to you from your favorite uncle, Erica. Okay, I hope that helps. Go ahead, hon.
Christine says her husband's twin brother died of COVID.
Christine, oh my gosh, Christine, her husband's twin
once he
brother
got
died
sick.
of COVID, and what else?
They couldn't speak to him once he got sick. Does he have a message for them
Couldn't see. Once he got sick, they couldn't see him
or speak to him?
or speak to him. How horrible! He was one of those passings that nobody could see him. Then Christine, I'm so sorry, Christine or Christina. What did you say? Christine? Christine or Christina, because I can't see the name in front of me again. Husband's twin brother,
Christine.
Christine. Okay. There, once he got no, yeah, while he was in the hospital, wherever he was, when he was going through the passing, he did not. During that time, he didn't see anybody. He didn't know. His soul kept going in and out of his body, but watching over it. It didn't leave the room very far. But he needs you to know that once he left, he immediately saw you and went right to his brother. And he may have felt that your husband may have felt his brother's presence right away, especially since he was a twin. So he made his way from where he was to where your husband was quickly. And it wasn't far. I don't think it was very far. And so he felt the grief. He felt you hurting. There were phone, a lot of phone calling, a lot of on the phone, and that anger and frustration and hurt, and man, it hurts as it is to lose a loved one, but to lose loved ones in certain ways can hurt so much more. And this coronavirus that kept and separated people from each other, that you couldn't even be near them, that they didn't even know, you couldn't be with them or say anything to them. He loves you. He's so sorry he put you through this, but he's very close to you right now, and he still wants you to know that he's around a lot. He's around a lot, and I'm feeling that he had children or he was close to your children. So he's saying the children, and I see the children. I'm with the children. I see the children. I think it's his children that he's referring to. So Christine, if you can just chat in and just refer to that. But he's okay. He's okay. He's at peace. He's breathing easier now. He's breathing easier now. Oh, and he wants his brother to know that he's so much stronger than he was. You, the living brother, is so much stronger than he was. And he needs him to know that. And also smarter and better looking. He got the looks out of the two of them as they came out. He just wants to let you know that. He just is he wants to lighten it up a little bit right now, Christine. So love to you, love to your husband, and be well with it. He's at peace, he's doing well, and you can talk with him anytime. Okay, I hope you accept that. Thank you for being here. Eileen, go ahead. Let's see what else do we have here.
Patricia says she's very busy helping others, but she feels lost.
Well, okay, so Patricia is very busy helping others, but she feels lost. Of course, you're lost, Patricia. You're too busy, wound up in everybody else's lives. The nurturer, the person with the nurturer personality, winds up losing themselves very easily. But here is a reason why, and why you need to read my book too, to do some healing. Now, I am not saying that you're not a caring person. You are a caring person. But unfortunately, while you were growing up, some way, somehow, you learned, Patricia, that the only way to receive love and to feel that you are lovable is by taking care of others, but doing something for others. Now, that would happen at home at a very early age. And then you would get the understanding, and it would be reinforced. That behavior would be reinforced because that would be the only time you truly felt that you were a good girl, that you were lovable, or people are going to like me. And then from that point on, what you wind up doing is saying yes to everybody, and you find yourself in those positions because you manifest those positions. You are manifesting the need to be needed. Yes, you are. We are not victims, and you're not the only person in the world who can help everybody or anybody. There are other people out there. I was a clinical social worker. I know that. I had to convince all my clients on hospice and my own patients that they did not have to be the ones to help everybody. You can't. So you need to learn how to say no and still feel lovable, and start paying attention to yourself, because you know what? Now, this is for everybody. We tend to think that service is the most important thing to do on this planet. As a matter of fact, it's even built into some religions, the concept of service. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because when you get to the other side and your guides are there to help you assess your life, they're going to ask you, yes. So did you get along with others? Oh, yes, I got along. I helped a lot of people. Oh, you helped a lot of people down there? Oh, good for you. Did you help yourself? Are you happy in life? Well, I didn't have the time to do that. Well, I'm sorry. So you spent all your time helping everybody else and you neglected yourself? Then you completely missed the boat because you were down there to discover you. The helping of others is an extension of that, not a replacement of that. And I'll say that again. Helping others is an extension of who you are, not the replacement of who you are. If you are not helping yourself, and if you are not doing the self growing, then helping others does not replace that, and you're not done doing what you need to do. Because if we're all connected, you're one of those people that you're neglecting. So you may be helping person A, person B, Uncle Joe, grandma, dad, mom, my brother, everybody else, my best friend. But if you, Patricia, are not helping Patricia, then you've neglected somebody very important. You don't get extra credit for that one. Now you need to forgive and let go of the need to have to help everybody else and know that you are priority from this point on. And there's nothing wrong with that because in that, you'll have even more energy to help as many people as you want. I help thousands of people all the time. I've been doing this for almost 40 years. But if I haven't been helping myself, I would never be able to do that work. So just remember that, Patricia, and move forward from this point on. Help yourself first because that matters more. Get my book and heal the need to be needed. Okay, Patricia, I hope that helps you. You take care, hon. Yes, Eileen.
All right, Hilda. She's been reading your book.
Hilda's been reading my book. Yes. Everybody else who has my book or reading my book, could you please send me a heart? Just chat me a heart wherever you are, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, on any of my pages. Just, I need to know how many of you have my book. Okay, Hilda, what's your question to me? What's Hilda's question?
Okay, she says that it's a part of everything she's doing, but now she's at a point where she doesn't know if she should continue her relationship
Oh,
because this man, I think she thinks she's crazy.
okay. Let me. All right. I don't mean to be laughing, Hilda, but this is really funny. So, Hilda is working on my book and she's doing all of this stuff. And she's come to the point where she's assessing her relationship. And one of the reasons why she's assessing it is because the person she's with thinks she's crazy. Crazy for doing this work. If he thinks you're crazy for doing this work, Hilda, he's the crazy one. That's a defense mechanism. That's an AMM defense mechanism. Because what he's actually saying, Hilda, and let me tell you what I can't go into his soul because I don't have his permission, but I can go into yours. What I'm seeing is your intensive desire to grow. What I am not seeing is his intensive desire to grow. And so, what's happening instead, while he's watching you doing your work, which is deep and important, it's making him feel bad about not wanting to work on himself or thinking he doesn't need to work. That's all defense mechanism. I feel that he's feeling bad about himself. Now, here is the thing. If he is unwilling, this is the greatest thing about my book. And the way I wrote it, okay? I told you in that book that my wife and I have been together for 49 years because we've done that work, the work that I've been writing about, and we still do that work. And if he is not willing to do that work with you, you're going to be growing apart naturally. If he's digging his heels in, you cannot sacrifice yourself and your growth just because he doesn't want to grow with you. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to go off and have an affair and hurt him like that. He has the options, he has the ability, but I'm just getting the feeling he's too afraid. So approach it. I don't know how you're talking with him about it because there's really nothing woo woo in this book other than the law of attraction. It's very psychological. So if he thinks you're nuts for doing something psychologically constructive, what is that saying about him? Okay. So, yes, and this goes for everybody as you're doing any type of growth work, be it mine or be it anything else, and you find yourself growing and the other person is lagging behind and refusing to grow and giving you a hard time, it's very possible you will grow out and away from a relationship. I can tell you right now that there are many people in my life that I just said goodbye to. I did offer my hand and always said, I will unconditionally love you. And if you want to join me at any time, come on. Now, those are friends. Now, when it comes to a lover, you can't always do that. Oh, come on. Well, no, I'm married again. And so I'm not jumping him in order for you a little bit late. But you can wish him well. Will you be moving on? Give it one more chance, is what I'm hearing and what I need to tell you. Give it one more chance to get him to join you in your work. And make sure you don't do it like woo woo, like, oh, you're going to become psychic if you do this work with me. No, you got to, and he's a guy. Please, women out there, okay? Stop trying to change guys. We can only change ourselves. That's number one. Number two, the only thing you can do is try to understand them a little better. Don't call it a fault. It's a gender difference. Men are not as in tune with their emotions because they are more left brained. We set it up that way intentionally to set it up that way. They can learn how to be more in touch with their emotions, but don't hold that expectation over their heads just because they're not yet. You want to work that way, hopefully. But just understand they're going to be very left brain. They're going to be very logical. They don't like the touchy feely stuff because they don't know how to deal with it. Women have been dealing with their feelings from childhood. From childhood, they're dealing with their feelings. Why? Because they're going to be the mothers. And so, therefore, nurturing the right brain has to become the strongest, the intuitive, the creative, the emotional, the nurturing side must become stronger in order to populate this planet. Now, we need to stop populating the planet, but you have to understand you will always be in touch with your emotions sooner than later. Now, of course, that's not to say that every woman is like that. There are the outliers and those who jump into their left brain for protective mechanisms. But stop expecting men to be like you. It is never going to happen. And it's our mistake. It's all the soul's mistakes. We are the dumbasses who decided to split ourselves apart thinking that was going to be better and then expect us to get along. No, no, no. We should have just kept it together and figured it out that way. So we take those two greatest pieces of us, our intuition and our intellect, and we try to preserve them in separate bodies and then expect we're going to come together. And it's like oil and vinegar. And you might be able to get along and you might be able to make a salad nice and tasty, but it's still not going to mix the way you expect it to mix, not the way we want it to mix. Okay. It's a matter of getting along. That's a terrible kind of concept, just to get along. No, we're more than that, right? So don't have great expectations for all of this. Accept and understand, and you will come together better. I don't expect my wife to think my way or reason my way or have the same beliefs as me or the same tastes as me. Now, we have a lot of the same interests. You do need to be on the same page in the same book, and it's even best if you can get in the same sentence. Okay. But if you don't, there has to be some commonality. Some commonality. Like attracts like, and you got to find what that like is rather than paying attention to those differences. Now, that's what we're meant to do. But as you're doing that, you will blend out and actually learn how not to be just your gender, but to how to be a spirit and a soul that's both. To be both. That's what we're really trying to grow for, to be both. But right now, so I hope that answers your question. Give him another chance. Don't move on. Don't move away. Don't get divorced. Not yet. That is not the answer. Leaving it because what are you going to do unless you change your sexual orientation? And even that's going to be difficult as far as being with another person. But if you still want to stay with a male, good Lord, you're going to have some of the same problems, okay? And being alone is not the answer either. You've got to learn how to get along. Thank you for that. I hope that helps you a lot. Eileen, who's next?
Okay, Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina.
Will she be able to control her systematic allergic reactions after the 19th of this month without Claritin and a
Okay, hold on. Systematic allergic reaction after the 19th.
October 19th is a very big date.
I know, October 19th, you're going through a very big process and day. Interesting. And you want to know if you're going to be able to control your allergies, basically, is what you're asking me. And I'm sorry, who is that? Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina, you need to do some very deep emotional work. And sensitivity is what you need to work on. Any type of allergy that any of you have out there, any allergy is referring to your sensitivities, right? Your sensitivities and emotions and to what people say and to words. More than that, you don't like criticisms, you don't like disagreements. Everybody needs to go along with you, otherwise it hurts you. You feel bad about yourself. So oversensitivity will cause over, well, think about it. Think about it. Your body is over responding. Your histamine response is overreacting to the environment, whatever things are in the environment that you normally, the human body should be able to tolerate. But some people, they can't tolerate that. So now if you back that up emotionally, okay, if you are a very sensitive individual, there's going to be a lot of things that come your way in life that you won't be able to tolerate emotionally. Okay. So, what you need to do, Wilhelmina, if you want to guarantee, and remember, alternative medicine, because I know you're going to some major alternative medicine process or something or another. I don't know, as a layperson, I don't know all the medical procedures, but I know that what you're going through is something unusual. Um, all of that is just the physical element of who you are that can help. We got to do both. We got to do more than just physical. Anytime you've got an illness, it's going to require two things because the illness is of the body. Now, even if you have an illness of the mind, it's still mind body that you have the illness in. And you must add the spirit in and the emotional aspect in order to heal those. Understand that. Edgar Casey said, spirit is life, mind is the builder, physical is the result. And what he meant by that, spirit gives life to your beliefs. Your beliefs give way to the way you're going to think, and the way you're going to think gives way to your um, the outcome of your life. Okay, so you've got to work with the beliefs, which is the reason why I'm doing the work that I did and why I wrote this book. So, Wilhelmina, you've got to assure that it is going to work for you. As long as you do the proper work emotionally, you will be fine and it will work. I am feeling that it's going to take a little bit longer. It's not just going to be done. I'm kind of feeling that there'll be more or something else that needs to be adjusted as well, physically or in part of this treatment. I wish you could chat in and just tell me what the treatment is, but I definitely feel that there's going to be a reinforcement of the treatment, a booster, shall we say, of the treatment in some way before it finally works. So don't be discouraged and make sure you start the work emotionally now to build up those antigens and antibodies figuratively to what you're allergic to emotionally. Okay, work on that more than the physical parts. Whoever you're working with, the functional doctor that you're working with, they'll help you on the physical part. The alternative medicine person help you on the physical part. You need to now focus on the emotional part and you'll be okay. Change the situation around you. A lot of negativity from your past, hon, so I can understand why you would be sensitive. So don't give yourself a break with that too, okay? I hope that helps you, Wilhelmina. I wish you the best. Go ahead, honey.
Okay. Any advice? Annette is starting a new job.
Okay, hold on one second. Hold that one. And I just got to jump. I saw real quick on Brownwin. She's writing a book. And what do I see how it will be received? It's going to be received real well after the final edit. You've got three major edits in it. Be prepared for that. If one hasn't started already, or if there has been one already, consider that one, but two more then. And by the time you get to three total, the book will be exactly where it needs to be. Be really positive about it. Enjoy it. I wish you a lot of success, and then market it like crazy. You're going to need to get it on Amazon. You're going to need to market it like crazy. You'll do great. Okay, Brownwin, this is fabulous for you. You just keep going with that. I just wanted to throw that in real quick because that was something I saw and it popped up right away. Go ahead, honey. I'm sorry.
Annette starting a new job. She just wants any advice.
Okay, Annette just started a new job, and any advice? Yeah, do well in the job. Okay. I wish you was a little bit more specific with that. Annette, have a little bit more confidence about you being able to adjust easily. Um, yeah, I don't want to hear that your age or your background makes it difficult for you. You'll do fine. And don't be overly pushy and assertive in order to express your values and your belief systems, but also don't be passive. Don't let the guys around or the bosses or anything like that weigh you down at all. Just stand your beliefs. You'll be fine. And your values. Don't get caught up with everybody else and everybody else's negativity, especially. Stay with your own positive attitude. You'll be fine. It'll be great. Um, I keep seeing popping in moving for you, moving for you. I don't know if it would be best for you to move in regards to this job or this job will allow you to move, but moving is coming up in addition to this new job for you. So I don't know what that means for you. So if you do chat back, I would appreciate that.
She
So I
said,
hope that helped.
LOL age.
What?
She said LOL age.
I
That's
don't
what the age is her hang up.
What's the hang up?
Her age.
Oh, age is your hang up. Okay, LOL age. Well, stop it with the age. That's their hang up if they bring that up. But you got the job, didn't you? You got all this experience, don't you? Don't worry about your age. Take your time with it, enjoy it, and think of what a master you are. And you don't have to play all the games that the youngins are playing. Okay, so and yes, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You'll do great. Okay, so I will wish you the best. Keep going.
Right. Elizabeth,
Elizabeth.
any advice on finding a new place?
Oh, Elizabeth, any advice on finding a new place? I'm hoping that you're talking about a home. A home. Well, what I'm getting from you, Elizabeth, is a lot of confusion as to why you wanted to move to start with. There was an aspect of wanting to move, needing to move, feeling you wanted to move, but then you didn't have direction. I'm not feeling direction. Archangel Michael is saying that there were three places. Oh, by the way, he talks to you all the time. You need to start listening more and talking with him directly. Okay, so he'll help you with this. He'll help you. He said there were three places. There was a fourth, but that was kind of like flighty. Three different places that you had talked about in the past where you were thinking that you would like to be. And he's saying either one of them will be fine so that you can feel you settle down. Don't think that you're going to choose the wrong place because that's what's happening right now. Don't think that you'll make the wrong move. So you're second guessing yourself on everything. Don't second guess yourself on everything. Archangel Michael says just give yourself a break, sit down, meditate, listen to him, ask the universe to give an undeniable sign as to which is the better place, and you will find it before the end of the year. Okay, you'll definitely want to find a place at least before the end of the year, so that way the beginning of the year you're establishing yourself in a new place already, and I feel that that will happen. Um, getting southeast, south and east, a little south and a little east of where you go. We just pointed south and east, I believe. I believe that's it. If that makes sense to you, please chat in and just let me know, okay? And you will do fine. You'll get it. Remember, three places you've already been thinking about. And if anybody has watched me, the reason why I have to always say three with these three fingers is because I can't do that. I have to physically. So forget the Vulcan thing. That I couldn't. I have to help myself. I don't know. I don't have the coordination in my fingers, but I don't need my fingers to be psychic. Okay? But Italian I do well with. Okay, somebody else, hon.
Yes, and I think this will help a lot of people. Lana says she's in a good place, but she still has a lifelong money block.
Oh, Lana. Okay, I am going. Lana is in a good place, a really good place, she's saying. And this is going to help a lot of people, but she's still having a lifelong money block. And that's really interesting. So, what I need you, oh, I don't know if she put the review up yet, but I just had somebody who read my book. Very, very well off, very successful, very blessed life, but was having a lifelong block in love, could never get love to work. Every other aspect, every other dream, financially, dream about the type of work, dream about the hobbies that became work, her dream about creating a new business, all of that. Totally successful person, loved by everybody, has an incredible personality. You can almost see the wings on her back all the time. Everybody loves her, except a lover could never get that to work from beginning to the end. Okay, so Lana, this is what's meant to help you. The same thing. She read my book and she had the biggest aha moment with all the books that this woman's read. I don't even have as many books as she has had that are up on the shelves and taken as many workshops. She finally went deep inside, removed some of those blocks, and saw that one element, the I'm not lovable element. Okay. When it comes to finances, Lana, I'm not deserving. I'm not deserving. Some way, somehow, I am feeling in your past, you received a lot of negative messages about money, about having to work so hard for it, about only certain people are worth it, about any of the position, the socioeconomic things that we learn in life just from society, just from politics, just from all of that stuff that ingrains in our minds all of these negative beliefs about money. You are caught up in some of those self negative beliefs about money. I'm not deserving. I'm not deserving. That's what I'm feeling. I'm not worth being comfortable. I'm not worth not having to think about money. It's just really interesting because, of course, you're worthy. It's almost as if I'm feeling a guilt from you. I'm feeling as if you had all the money you want, you'd feel bad because you would feel you're in a different position than other people, and that would make you feel bad about yourself. And that is true. That's true for a lot of people. My wife and I, had very similar feelings about that. I don't want to be wealthy, then everybody else is going to look at us. That how is the rest of the world going to take us? And that's so interesting because those are the same feelings we have about all our dreams and successes. Becoming successful makes us feel bad about how the other people are going to see us and view us, how we view ourselves. Okay. Jesus's temptations from the devil walking through the desert just before his mission for 40 days and 40 nights wasn't about the devil tempting him. That story was written that way in order to give us a message that the highest being, highly advanced, not it wasn't God, okay? It was a human. It was a man who came down here and he had more advanced spiritual understanding and experience. But the message was even he had doubts and fears that ate at him. And those were three major ones. And one of them is how would the world take me if I have all of this ability, if I open up to it now, if I start healing people? If I'm supposed to be the messenger to remind them who they really are, how are they going to take me? Am I going to abuse it? That's another part of money that people are afraid of. Am I going to abuse money? Am I going to use it the wrong way? Am I going to become selfish? So I would examine all of that, because I'm telling you right now, that's stuck inside of you. You're a good person. You deserve to be financially secure and independent, and to be able to be altruistic, because I can tell you right now, if you made all the money and you won the lottery, you would certainly know how to use it the right way. You wouldn't be selfish. You would certainly be frugal enough to take care of yourself, your family, and your future. But you'd also know what to do, because you're altruistic and loving too, and compassionate. Allow yourself to gain the money, because quite honestly, I'd rather you have it, and a lot of it, than some other people in the world that have it today. Okay, so just think of it that way, and I hope that helps you. And as soon as it said does, go out and buy my book. It's only 17.99. That's okay. You can spend money on that. That'll be good. Use it the right way. Okay. All right. I wish you the best. You take care now. Go ahead, Eileen. Who else? We still have some time.
Okay.
Whew.
Tracy
Tracy.
lost her mother-in-law in November, her father-in-law in January.
Wow. Lost a mother-in-law in November, father-in-law in January. I'm so sorry,
How
Tracy.
can she best help her husband and herself?
Mother-in-law and father-in-law, so both her husband's parents. How to help him? I know it's tough. It's tough in very many ways. When as children, when we lose our parents, obviously it hurts, because we're losing mommy and daddy. We're losing that mother and father, the one who bore us and brought us into the world, the one who put the clothes on our backs and hopefully allowed us to grow into the men and women that we wanted to be. That hurts, losing that person, that closeness, the person who we always believed would and should love us, right? So that's a hurt. Then the other hurt that adds to it is, now, Tracy, you said
Mm-hmm.
Tracy's husband is an orphan, and that's the next step in the progression of life, is as we are aging, one of the things that we wind up facing is loss of parents. Now we're orphans. I don't have parents anymore. And that's in this physical world. And then the third issue that actually hurts when we lose our parents is, we're next in line. We're the top of the chain, the hierarchy now. There's nobody above us. And so when you combine all of those elements at the same time and so close together, it my wife and I expected that to happen, and we were actually grateful for my father that it happened. My mother and father very close, married 60 years. Dad was 92, mom was 86, and we always knew that somehow, some way, they were going to go together. And sure enough, mom died. And when mom died, dad died 6 weeks later. That's it. That's it. And the 6 weeks was the progression of an illness that was able to take him in 6 weeks. And we knew that. And so we had prepared for both their losses early on and at the same time. So it was a little bit different, but I got to tell you, it still didn't matter, because I still sat there and went, wow, I'm an orphan now, we're gone. And the same with my wife. She's an orphan too. We're the next up. But I will tell you this. This is what I need you to tell your husband. They're not gone. They are not gone. They're a more a part of you now. It's your grief, and a double grief and a triple grief and all that grief that keeps you from feeling them. My dad comes around all the time. Mom has been here too. This whole family winds up coming, really. I mean, I might as well have Thanksgiving. This time it'll be easier, because I won't have to set a table for 40 people. They'll be around the table. They don't need chairs. They don't even eat, so I don't even need to make a bigger turkey. But they're around, believe me. And the wonderful thing is, you can feel them and you can see them, and you'll hear them and you'll know they're there. They want you to know they love you so much. They're so proud of him. Please let him know how proud they are of him. There are other children too. I think he has siblings, but to just tell him not to cry and not to hurt anymore. And most importantly, they need him to know they're admitting that they weren't the best, And what they didn't do a lot of, Tracy, is tell him how proud they were of him. And they want him to know now, because it's one of the first things they felt and saw for themselves when they got to the other side, is what they didn't do for their children. And they want to just tell him, oh, we're so proud of him, proud of who he turned out to be, proud of who he turned out to be. Dad is admitting some faults that his son does not have. Mom is admitting some faults as well. Um, but that is saying that there are also some things that he doesn't necessarily like about himself that your husband does have, but that's okay. Maybe his temper a little bit, maybe his stubbornness a little bit, but they're very proud of him and they love him very much. The love part is the most important thing to express to him because they may not have expressed it enough. He was important, not their jobs, not what they were supposed to do, but he was important to them and should have been important to them. So I hope that will help your husband, Tracy. Um, Thank you for joining tonight. Oh, and they're saying that something about pets, dogs. Dogs are with them. So any pets or dog that he had that was a favorite, they're with him now and wants him to know that. So that was a throw in real quick before I left or they left. So his dog is with them. So whoever that was. So just let him know that as a validation and just chat in and just let me know, okay, that we reached. Okay. Um, I want to thank everybody. I no more, Eileen, but did you get a chat back?
No, but no, but
No. Go ahead. Any what response?
everybody's just very grateful for your time.
Oh, Nemi, I am very grateful for everybody to be here. And that just let me let you know I'm going to be doing this much more often. I found a fabulous platform to do this with so that I can do it in so many places. So please keep watching out for me. I'm going to try to do them the same time each month, but we'll set that up. I know holidays are coming up now. We're in October. Definitely join me for November. In November, for sure, I want to do a few of these. So we talk about gratitude and get some gratitude messages in here for everybody. Just know that your spirits and your loved ones love you dearly, and they are all around, and they're around more now than ever before because we need more help now. So if you're sensing, if you're feeling, if you see a light go across you, if you take a picture and you're seeing a white orb in that camera picture, and the lights are flashing, or memories are coming back, songs are playing, butterflies are coming around, birds are coming around, whatever it is, you're finding coins on the floor, take that as signs from your loved ones, because when you do take that, more signs come. Understand that. The more you accept, the more you're opening up your own separate channels. And look for some classes I will have so that you can learn how to communicate with your own channels. Remember to go out and get my book, The Secret That's Holding You Back, so you can open up the doorways to changing your life using the core and making everything else you attempt work. It's so powerful. Come join my Facebook group, The Secret That's Holding You Back. Go listen to my podcast, The Genna Effect. I recently have not added to it for the past 2 weeks because I've been really busy, but there's plenty of other archived podcasts in there that are spectacular for you to listen to, a lot of information. So let's all work together as a team to get this light and messages out there. Share my page, share these videos so that other people can have them. And also remember, no matter what is happening in your life, no matter what question you have the answer to it, and you have the abilities to turn everything around, no matter how dark it looks, because that's what we're made of. We're made of a source and from a source that would give us the ability to change where we are, no matter how low, no matter how stuck, no matter where, we can always change our lives because that's how powerful and divine we are. Don't lose that belief. And I love you all out there. Believe it or not, we're all brothers and sisters. And one day on the other side, we're going to share one big damn pizza together, okay? And for anybody who doesn't like pizza, then I don't want anything to do with you, okay? No, no, we'll come around, we'll share something else, okay? So love and light to all of you. Until the next time, good night. I'm Vincent Genna. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Have a great evening and a great weekend coming up. Bye-bye now.